Hello dear students, a very good morning to all of you. Dear children, in our last practical video, we have talked about the anions. I told you that there are three groups of anion and each group we can easily find out by using a particular chemical which is known as group reagent of that group. Okay. For example, by using dilute HCl or dilute H2SO4, we can find out either first group is present or not in the given salt. Similarly, by using concentrated H2SO4, we can find out that second group is present or not, and so on. But remember one thing, that we cannot rely on these observations completely, okay, because the observations which we are getting by using group reagent might be happen because of some impurities or because of the presence of some other anion or cation of higher group. Okay, so for the surety we have to do some other test also which gives the confirmation about the presence of particular anion or cation also. Okay, so that's why, as they are gives the confirmation, so that's why these tests are known as confirmatory test. Okay, so in today's video we will talk about the confirmatory test of first group of anion. Okay, so let's start. So for the first group I will start from the observation. The observations which we got by using group reagent. Observation, and on the basis of obtained observation, suspected anion, and here I will write confirmatory test. So for the first group, suppose we are adding dilute HCl in the given salt and we are getting brisk effervescence. Okay, brisk effervescence. So if we are getting brisk effervescence, so obviously carbonate ion may be present. Okay, and for the confirmation of carbonate ion, we pass the evolute gas into lime water. Okay, we will do lime water test. So if lime water turns milky, it shows the presence of carbon dioxide gas which evolved because of the presence of carbonate ion only. Okay, so if it turns into milky, it shows the presence of carbonate ion. Okay, so this is the confirmatory test for carbonate ion. Okay, lime water test. Or if we continue past the CO2 gas in the lime water, so the milkiness disappear because of the presence of calcium bicarbonate, and milkiness appears because of the presence of CaCO3, as this is the water insoluble salt and this is the water soluble salt. Okay, so this is the first confirmatory test for carbonate ion. Now we will talk about the second observation. So suppose we take some quantity of salt in the test tube and we add dilute HCl or dilute H2SO4. Okay, and we got the rotten egg smell gas. Okay, so in that case, suppose colorless gas with the smell of rotten eggs. So in this case sulfide ion may be present, and for the confirmation of sulfide ion, we will take a filter paper dipped in lead acetate solution. Okay, and we will put that filter paper on the mouth of test tube in which we took salt and dilute HCl. Okay, so if the filter paper turns black. Okay, if the color of filter paper changes into black, it shows the presence of sulfide ion, because if sulfide ion is present, then these ion react with this compound and form PBS, and because of this PBS the filter paper turns into black color. Okay, so if we got the black color after adding lead acetate, it confirms the presence of sulfide ion. Okay, so this is the conformity test for sulfide ion. Now third observation, suppose we take salt and dilute HCl and we are getting suffocating gas. Okay, it shows the presence of sulfite ion, and if sulfite ion present, we have to do conformity test with acidified potassium chromate. Okay, so when we take a filter paper dipped in acidified K2Cr2O7 potassium chromate, then if the filter paper turns into green color because of the formation of chromium sulfate, okay, it shows the presence of sulfite ion. Okay, so this is the conformity test for sulfite ion, acidified potassium chromate test. Now fourth, suppose we are getting vinegar like smell. So if you got the vinegar like smell after adding dilute HCl or dilute H2SO4, it shows the presence of acetate ion. And if acetate ion is present, then you can do two conformity tests. Okay, one, you take the small quantity of salt, mix it with oxalic acid, and if you observe vinegar like smell, it shows the presence of acetate ion. Okay, and you can do second test also. You will use of course salt plus group reagent, plus you will add neutral FeCl3 solution, and if you got blood red color, okay, so if you got blood red color, it confirms the presence of acetate ion, because if acetate ion is present in the salt, they will react with FeCl3 and forms ferric acetate, CS3COO3 ferric acetate, which has a bloody red color. Okay, so if you got the red color, bloody red color, it shows the presence of acetate ion. Okay, so these are the conformity test for acetate ion. Now last ion, I hope that you have already memorized all the anions and test. Third is nitrite ion, and for nitrite ion, what observation we got? Observation was reddish brown vapors with a very strong smell, pungent smell. Okay, so if you got the reddish brown vapors, it shows that your salt may contain NO2 negative, means nitrite ion. So for the confirmation of this ion, you will take filter paper dipped with potassium iodide solution and starch solution. Okay, and if your filter paper turns into blue black, it shows the presence of it gives the confirmation for nitrite ion. Okay, so these are the confirmatory tests for the first group anion. Thank you.